Hello friends, welcome back. Today in this video for basic thermodynamics, unit number 3, second law of thermodynamics, SY BTech Mechanical, we are going to discuss the reversible and irreversible processes. So let us start with a reversible process. Now what is a reversible process? As you can see in this diagram, this frictionless pendulum. So this pendulum is continuously moving from one point or oscillating from one point to other point. So as per the definition of a reversible process is defined as a process that can be reversed without leaving any traces to the surrounding. Means it achieves the initial position back again. So the same thing is shown in the diagram. So this is the example of a pendulum. Now the next example is a quasi-equilibrium expansion for a gas. So it means that instant compression and expansion of a gas. So these two processes are quite similar and can be called as a reversible process. So this is possible only if heat and net work exchange between the system and surrounding is zero. So the heat and work interaction between the surrounding and the system should be, or in combination should be zero. Now the process which is not reversing or does not come to its initial stage is called as a irreversible process. So such processes are called as irreversible processes. But practically reversible process actually do not occur in nature. So point to remember, reversible process it does not really occur in the nature. Now why we idealize this reversible process? The reason is we have to study. So reversible processes helps us to study. First, they are easy to analyze since a system passes through a series of equilibrium states during a reversible process. So this is one of the reason. The second reason is they serve as idealized model to which actual processes can be compared. So this is an ideal process which can be used as a point of comparison, and this is the second reason why we study the reversible process. Now irreversible process. Now which process is a irreversible process? Now here in this diagram you can see friction between the piston and cylinder when a gas is enclosed in this system. Here you can see it here, this gas is enclosed in this system and there is friction here. Okay, so friction renders the process and it makes it irreversible process. So the factors which are responsible for irreversibilities are: number 1 is friction, number 2 is unrestrained expansion, number 3 is mixing of two fluids, fourth number is heat transfer across a finite temperature difference, electric resistance, inelastic deformation of solids and a chemical reaction. So these are the factors which affect the process to make it as a irreversible process. So here also you can see the force is acting for a compression, again it goes for expansion, and this is unrestrained expansion, or sometimes it is called as a throttling process. Now you are very familiar with this term of friction. So friction is one thing which causes irreversibilities because the friction force is getting converted into heat, and that heat can never be converted into work, because we have already seen or gone through it that heat is a low grade energy and work is a high grade energy. So friction force that opposes the motion develops the interface these two bodies, and some work is indeed required to overcome that friction. So, that additional work is required. Next, the energy supplied as a work is eventually converted into heat during the process, and again it is transferred to the body in contact. So, again we have discussed this, that heat will friction will get converted into heat, and that heat can never get back or it cannot get converted back into that amount of work, because an external work will be required, and if not, if this happens, it will violate the second law of thermodynamics. So, other irreversible processes, you can go through this diagram also. So, a soda can which is 5 degrees Celsius, okay. So, this 5 degrees Celsius will lose heat to the surrounding at 20 degrees Celsius, okay. So, but that heat once lost from the soda cannot be gained back until unless an external work is supplied. So, this heat dissipation happens to the surrounding from this 2 degrees, okay. So, this is the difference. So, heat loss cannot be reversed to the surrounding, that is the finite temperature difference. So, the same thing is explained in this complete diagram also. So, this soda bottle example, when kept at a room temperature, cannot attain its initial temperature, which was 5 degrees Celsius, because heat will try to flow from a to a higher temperature reservoir to a lower temperature reservoir. So, this is that is the reason behind it. Now, let us discuss the difference between a reversible process and a irreversible process. So, here we have the reversible process. So, reversible process. So, reversible process cannot be realized in practice. So, I told you it is a hypothetical process or an imaginary process. All practical processes occurring are irreversible processes. Next, the process can be carried out in reverse direction following the same path as followed in the forward direction. So, it replicates the path, but process when carried out in reverse direction follows the path different from the initial path. So, irreversible process will not follow the same path. A reversible process leaves no trace of occurrence of process upon the system, neither on the surrounding after its reversal. So, there is no trace, either it can be in the form of heat or it can be in the case of a work. So, the evidences of processes having occurred are quite indeed even after the reversible or reversal of a irreversible process. So, you can clearly find that practical evidences that this process is not a reversible process. Such processes in reversible processes, such processes can occur in either conditions without violating the second law of thermodynamics. Occurrence of an irreversible process is either direction is not possible, as in one direction it shall be accompanied with the violation of second law of thermodynamics. So, see, until unless the second law is violated, you cannot say that the process is reversible process. So, a hypothetical process. A system undergoes reversible processes has maximum efficiency. So, the system with reversible processes are considered as reference systems or benchmark. So, we have discussed this, that for comparative purpose, as it has maximum efficiency, we can use it as a benchmark. Systems having irreversible processes do not have maximum efficiency, as it is accompanied with wastage of energy. So either it can be a heat to work conversion or work to heat conversion. There is always a loss of energy, and so the efficiency will definitely deteriorate. Reversible processes occur at infinitesimally or infinitesimal rate, that is the quasi static process. Irreversible processes occur at finite rate, a defined path, what we can say. So this was all regarding the reversible and irreversible process. You can see these are the references used. Thank you friends, thank you very much.